and welcome to PBM Investments Podcast. Today, we're going to talk about the news, PBM Investments Fund, and also the demo account and the progress therein. But first, the news. Berkshire Hathaway have announced that Greg Abel will be taking over Warren Buffett as the successor of Berkshire Hathaway. Warren Buffett has obviously been the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway since its inception, so this is big news. But what Warren Buffett has not actually announced time scale as to when he's actually going to step down. It could be now, in a few years, or 10 years, who knows. Pfizer has actually said that forecasted a lift in raising its full year-end revenues to up from $15 billion to $26 billion after reporting a $3.5 billion contribution from the first quarter alone. And that's because of vaccine. The COVID-19 vaccine has been a success and rolled out worldwide, so that's why they're expecting an increase in profits. Nintendo has actually seen a 12% drop in sales for this financial year, mainly because of the console switch has actually there's been a shortage of microchips, which means that there's less consoles being on offer, which means that there's going to be a dip in its sales by about 12% that they feel over the next quarter. Copper prices has actually hit a record high of $10,232 per ton. That was up 1.2%. Now, a lot of forecasters expecting it to go up to $15,000 per ton by 2025. It's expected because of the shortage in microchips and semiconductors, as I said to you before in the videos before. Because of that, there's actually a growing demand for copper and various nickel and various other materials that make these semiconductors. Now, we're going to go into a bit more detail about the companies that have done well according to the PBM index. In the US, firstly, Expedia was up 7.24%, Mickelson was up 6.18%, Centra was up 6.14%, Live Nation Entertainment was up 5.90%, EOG Resources was also up 5.69%, and Monster Beverage was down 5.03%. Now, in the Eurozone, Adidas was up 8.46%. Now, we're going to go into a bit more detail about the demo account, let you know what the progress has been happening over the last week. And again, if there's any people who actually like the video, like the news that we're talking about, please like and comment and obviously share the video as well. And here we go. We're going to talk about the demo account. Hello and welcome to the demo part of the investments podcast. What I'm going to do is just talk you through the history of what's been happening for the last few days. So, last 7 days, let's have a look. So the last 3 days, as you can see, it's mainly been interest on the positions that are opened up. So we got long interest ones, stop borrowing ones. Let's go on from page 2. And it's the same. So there's not much being going on. So it's just basically keeping those positions ticking over. And as you can see, because I've got about 20 positions up and running, it can mount up. So bear that in mind whenever you are investing or doing spread betting, that to hold these positions, as I've said to you before in other videos, it does cost money. And if you're not making any money, it can eat into your profit or the seed money that you've used. So always bear that in mind. Now, next, we'll go into the positions that I have open and see what's going well and also what's not going so well. And here we are. So this is the 20 positions that are up and running still. If anyone's had a look at the previous videos, you can see that there's been no real change. So there's nothing closed out from last week. Some of the working orders, I didn't see anything last week that was fantastic. So I didn't actually put anything down or I didn't add anything. So let's have a quick look at what's been going on. So the quarterly review is 4. Morrison's, Penn Group Weir, and Renshaw are still going strong. So they are the bulk of the profit of 9,576. Between these 4, it's actually just over 7,000. So, like I say, in the previous ones, the quarterly review dropouts are doing quite well. Let's go down a bit. So from Johnson & Johnson all the way down to Robert Walters, that is all as I said to you before in previous episodes, a yearly positions that I've opened up that started back in, I believe, beginning of April. So I'm just going to hold them for a year. So how are they getting on? Johnson & Johnson's doing okay because in previous news, the COVID-19 vaccine has increased their profits, so that should continue to go up. All of the other ones have gone up except for Imprint Group. Not too sure what's been going on there, but that's actually, the losses have increased. But overall, it's done pretty well. Let's have a look. And we got McFarlane Group, which is a slight profit. Royal Mail, again, slight profit. I think it rebounded slightly, but not to worry. As you can see, there's a stop loss in there at 531. So if it hits a certain amount, it doesn't really matter. And then further down from Bay Systems all the way down to the moneysupermarket.com is another few positions I want to hold on for a year that I took out probably towards the back end of April just to see if these positions would work out. And this one's a bit of a mixed bag. So we've got Bay E-Systems, £16 loss, Sage Group, 12.20 loss, and Ultra Electronics Holdings is a loss of £43. But everything else has been relatively working quite well. I'll have a quick look at my watch list and see if there's any positions that I like the look of. And I'll talk you through any of them that I do like the look of. If not, well, we'll just leave it there.